So what happens if you suffer a non-work related injury in the months prior to a work injury that you sustain? Would you be able to file a compensable claim for that later injury? It depends. So there's a full commission case that happened recently that was taken up by the Industrial Commission. And what happened is the injured worker suffered a car accident on June 6th of 2023. So this was not a work injury. It was, I guess they were driving somewhere. He treated for this injury. Um, and then he was, as of August of 2023. So remember, the injury happened June 6th of 2023. August 2023, he was back to work in a full duty capacity. Um, 5 months after the injury, on November 10th, 2023, he had 0 out of 10 cervical pain and 2 out of 10 lumbar pain, as documented by his chiropractic doctor who was treating him. So that's great. And then on December 30th, 2023, so this is about a month and a half, a little bit more than a month and a half after his November 10th, 2023 visit, he suffered an injury at work where he was using a Segway. The Segway malfunctioned and it caused him to fall on his back. And then he subsequently sought treatment with the same chiropractic doctor who was treating him for the car accident. Um, the full commission allowed his claim for a cervical, thoracic, and lumbar and right knee sprain. And essentially, their position was that um, it had nothing to do with the complaints that he had in his back had nothing to do with the car accident. And essentially what you'll need to show if you have a similar pattern is you need to, if you have a car accident and then later on, a few months later, you have a work injury, you really need to show a break in your symptoms between the car accident and the new work injury. If you So like this guy, you're going to need to have your treatment, and then there's going to have to be some documentation that you're healed from the car accident before you have the work injury. Now, if it was different, if the guy had, if at that November 10th, 2023 visit he had 8 out of 10 pain, then it might not be allowed, simply because maybe it would be hard to differentiate between what symptoms were coming from his car accident issues versus what symptoms was he suffering at the work injury. Likewise, if he had injured in the car accident, if he had injured his knee, and in the work injury he had suffered an elbow injury, well, that's two different body parts, so that would be an easy distinction. So bottom line is, you can't have a car accident a few months prior to your work injury and have a compensable workers' comp claim.